As I mentioned in the previous lesson, the source of all emotions is the fight for survival. Take the question of survival out of the way, and your whole emotional life will become balanced. By balanced, I don't mean that your emotions will disappear, but you will be much less affected by them. Emotions are overrated by people who don't know anything beyond their feelings. They think that the emotions of the heart are the highest and noblest things they can experience. Emotions are closer to your pure nature than thoughts, that is for sure. Always listen to your heart instead of your mind, but only until you can become evolved enough to work with your intuition. Your intuition is never wrong, but your gut feelings are often misled by the inherent biological conditioning. To evolve yourself beyond this level, you have to become emotionally stable first. This means that your emotions shouldn't drag you like a puppet on strings. Instead, you have to learn how to be their master. Now, there are many traps here, like becoming indifferent or oppressive, but I will guide you in detail how to avoid them. All in all, when your emotions are balanced, they have a lesser effect on you than before. If you imagine your emotional life like a sinus, where positive emotions mean high and negative ones mean low points, then this line becomes more and more straight as you evolve in this field. A straight line, however, doesn't mean that you will become an emotionless robot. It means that you will have a generally positive attitude to life because you rise to your natural state of happiness beyond emotions. In fact, it is exactly your emotions that make you a robot who simply reacts when others push his buttons. For example, when somebody insults you, don't you always react the same way? You elicit a perfectly predictable behavior which others can use to their own advantage. You become angry at your attacker because you feel he is threatening you. At least your ego is feeling that way. Always remember that only your ego can be insulted or hurt, and never your real self. Instead of acting on the automatic reaction, an emotionally balanced person asks himself why the other is angry. Then, he asks himself consciously whether this situation is a threat to his survival or not. He starts thinking about the solution of the problem, instead of blaming himself or the other. Most often than not, he doesn't even become angry in the first place. If you find yourself in a similar situation next time, you can try a simple trick. If you are angry at someone, think about the fact that he or she will die someday. Love will take the place of your anger instantly, and you can start to work on the solution from a compassionate viewpoint. This shouldn't be confused with wishing death to your enemies. It is just remembering a simple fact of life compassionately. Furthermore, when you are angry at somebody, this always means that you think that he is hindering your survival in one way or another. You need to remind yourself that not only he, but you will die too. Your anger won't make you immortal. Your survival is meaningless because your life will end anyway. You are feeling bad for something in the present that is impossible in the future. Don't poison your precious moments with anger and cause suffering for others for your own selfish and meaningless reasons.